Okay, so this is Cyberpunk 2077 Chrome issue 4, which is the last issue of this series. Um, so last time we saw, she was running away from the mad lady who'd explained to her that her son had been killed and she was trying to collect the cyber parts. Um, and she escapes, but she runs into the bad guys that have been trying to get her to come out. Um, and they try and set up an ambush for her by putting a deck on the ground. I'm not quite sure why the cyber deck would make a particularly interesting thing. Anyway, she gets shot, but that nano wire is just lethal. It just slices through people left, right, and centre. It gets pretty much everybody. Um, she realises that they killed her mate because he's got the necklace on, um, and explains to him, you do realise she's after you particularly because you killed her son. And it's like, well, this is even better. If we can keep her alive, and we can brain dance her, we can get her being upset by something we did. So it's these guys obviously selling these illegal brain dances on the black market. It's like, really, you think you're going to get away with this? So they did their best to ambush her, and they get there halfway there. This chap goes down straight away, but he comes in with a stun baton or whatever it is, and kind of fries a cybernetics and explains to him exactly what's going on with it, and how is it anger or force of will that kind of keeps you alive, and did it keep your son alive for so long, and all this kind of stuff as well. And it explains to him what's going to happen, and as he's about to do it, the lass has grabbed this lasso thing, whatever it is. I don't really know what it even is, and basically stabs him through the chest with it and kills him. And it basically says, you killed Luca, whatever his name is. Um, you know, did you record as a brain dance? You need to get from what's going on. Um, and That's it. And then they go back off, and she buries him um, in the junkyard, and explains that that he did get brain danced, and the fact that she didn't watch it because she didn't want to see what's going on, and then her mate there and her other mate and all this kind of stuff as well. And she kind of does that, and as she's doing that, she's actually standing next to the mother, and basically got the son out there, and kind of said, right, that's it, that's how you mourn. You need to have kind of grasped the fact that these people are not coming back, but you need to kind of let them go and mourn over them, and kind of not harbour, the revenge aspect of it. And it's like, so she basically just goes, looks at her as a bit puzzled, and then promptly whips out her nano wire and cuts her head off and kills her. It's like, wow, that's a dark ending. Um, it is astounding how none of these cyberpunk stories really come off with any kind of happy ending. There's always, pretty much every time, most people are dead, or the main character's dead, or the main character screwed over everybody else and might as well be dead. But this one is particularly harsh because they kind of made a bit of bit of peace. But yet, cyber psycho lady just kills her anyway, just out of sheer will to do so. Um, so yeah, pretty sad. But all in all, yeah, not been a bad story. It's a small story 'cause it's literally set around one area, which is pretty cool. I'd really love to see a bigger, proper kind of fixer story where we see fixers doing jobs and getting contacts and espionage and making sure that they double crossing, a proper kind of, like, not necessarily a spy story, but kind of definitely some kind of more constructed, rather than just like, oh, I just shoot people because I can get away with it. I'd love to see a little bit more of people out of their depth and that kind of stuff, and that'd be quite cool. Um, not be funny, kind of like you would play the role playing game. Again, the idea you can just murder everybody in that you come across and don't feel any repercussions for it would be ridiculous in the game. And I think these problem with this is that this maybe one reason why the good guys always end up dead at the end of it, because of the simple fact of there's no repercussions. That's the ultimate repercussion. So yeah, I'd love to see something a little bit more intricate and complex, and backstabbing corpse, and people being caught in the middle and all this kind of stuff. That'd be really, really nice. But all in all, yeah, decent artwork in this one. Nice little small story, but very, very good. So there you go. So I think that's enough rambling for now. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I will see you on another video very, very soon. Bye bye.